Yo-ho, Prof here. Also Squares. He's back. Ignore the piles of motherboards and other boxes there. And my
stuff. You got your whole
don't show.
address
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
You just doxed yourself.
Yeah, that's gonna get deleted out.
That's gonna get deleted out.
Yep.
You're just gonna delete this, like.
Oh no,
You're
like
just gonna cut that.
Cut
part
that.
of the,
Get that punk.
Yeah, cut that out of there.
Oh.
He just doxes himself.
Let's go 2x. Oh, guys, we gotta use the letter opener. This is my new unboxing knife. Because most times with like doing this stuff, you just need to cut the tape. You know.
Ultim.
Yeah, you see that? Isn't it? It looks
What's
pretty.
The blade made out of?
Steel.
Adamantium.
I think it says on it 14C28N. I looked it up. These QB knives, they kind of make budget or like cheap knives. Like they're under $100, but their stuff they mainly go for
cheap knives.
Well, okay, so technically that steel is considered a budget steel.
Yeah.
The ones you were seeing, there's so much tape.
Yeah, man. Shipping from where are they shipping it from? Whoa!
Oh, this is my batteries. Hey guys, you get to see my batteries. We were going to do a mouse unboxing, but
get some batteries instead.
I got some batteries instead.
Maybe the mouse.
Hey, look at that! Once I can actually cut things.
Come on, cat. Maybe the mouse is also.
Okay, let's unzoom out. And you're like batteries. Yeah, I sent my Snap-on batteries in to be rebuilt.
Snap-on batteries video.
I grabbed the wrong box. I didn't look at the label till after
there we go.
All right, so
that's fine.
Slicey slice. Yeah, I know it looked like the knife was not very sharp, but we were cutting through like, I don't know, like a lot.
I don't want to
Packing slip.
There you go.
Technically goes in a pile of paperwork under the motherboards. But...
What's up, cat?
Alright, so this is why it's just good for cutting this open. I don't know, I saw this thing, I thought letter opener. I don't know, do you get that vibe from it?
Kinda.
But it's kind of like a sharp, pointy, slicey.
But also, yeah, like
slicey letter opener.
Jabbed by a 3-inch blade. That could hurt. This is
yeah. Oh, by the way, supposedly this is being sold as an everyday carry knife, like an EDC knife.
Sure.
Who does a fixed blade everyday carry knife?
Crazy people who want to stab stuff.
I don't know. I'm eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount it. Imagine like this is my side of my desk. I'm gonna mount it to the side of the desk. Yeah. So like this is mounted here, and you just pull it out and you open up your box and you.
The cats are asking for the box.
Like, oh, I mean they're gonna take it. We got no control over that.
Please, sir. I need this.
Please, sir. May I have more box?
This in my life right now.
So, what we have in here should be batteries.
Box.
Look at that! That guy's mint.
Yeah.
Brand new little bat.
Sure buy for these guys?
Not till I know they're good, because I might have to send them back.
Okay.
Just put it by the garbage. Otherwise.
Okay. Let me buy the garbage.
Battery. All right. So guys, we might be like, hey, why the small bats? We always see you with the big bats. Well, if you see the little notch in here, that means it actually is compatible with the small bats. The reason why I haven't had small bats is because they don't make them anymore. Yeah. But what you can do is get them rebuilt. So if you look at these look brand new, and that's because they were. I bought brand new old stock screwdrivers, and they actually came with batteries, which were also brand new. Like you can see, February of 2013. That was the last year they were made in this size new. Yeah. And then I'm like, well, if I'm gonna get some rebuilt, might as well have like the good ones rebuilt. And then what this does is that makes that way more compact. Well, if you don't have the long bit on it. And I feel like it's better balanced in hand too. Like here, hold that in your hand. You know. Right. And we got like the red boy here. Now hold that in your hand. Like it's.
Feels like it has more power, but it's probably a different drill.
No, it's the same drill.
Yeah, maybe the batteries is charged up a little more.
Yeah, I don't know how charged the new bats are. But yeah, so I just like having not that whole big chunk hanging off if we don't need it.
Yep.
And because I got this done by MTO Battery. This is actually how this red one originally shipped, was with these short bats. By the time I bought the green one, this is actually the battery I bought with it, because these ones are compatible with the old ones and the new ones, because they're 14.4 volt. These they're like half size. They're only 7.2. That's why there's this little notch. These batteries will physically not fit into the 14.4 tools. But these, because they can work backwards compatible as 7.2, they will fit in the 7.2 volt tools. So, but I was told I couldn't get any more of these, but then I found out MTO Battery will rebuild them. And especially for in a computer and stuff like that, it's just nice to have that more compact thing. And you don't need a lot of torque. Because like theoretically, the bigger battery is going to give you a little bit more power and stuff like that. These are my existing batteries over there, guys. This guy's also going to get a small bat. I did 4 of them because I had 4, like I said, this one's April of 12, but these were all brand new, like from tools that were never, this one, if you're like, Elliot, that doesn't look like a brand new tool. No, this is my original I got from the farm. This is my first farm payment.
A drill.
10 years ago. More than 10 years ago, actually, at this point. Gotta remember, I built them their new surveillance system on Haswell.
So it's going to need an upgrade.
We're replacing it just with their NAS. Because it turns out you can just do that nowadays. You don't need an actual like computer. It turns out the cameras do all the work already. You just need something to monitor them. Because they have the feeds coming off. You just need something to suck down and save a file. And a NAS, any old NAS can pretty much. So what's going to happen is this guy's staying down here. Because this is like the newer one. This one is going up in the office upstairs once that's done. So I can have one in both places. And I do have a refurbished orange guy. And you're like, oh, you already had a small bat. Yeah. Do you see how kind of discolored and grotesque that one is? I tried using some of these ones from 2012, like just as they were. They lasted like not even a full computer build. And as you know, computers are not hard to screw things in on. So these were also very, very weak. They're only 1.5 amp hour. When they rebuilt them, they put 2.5 amp hour cells in them. So they're actually longer and better than they ever were. So this guy is going to get another one of the little ones, and it's going to go in the toolbox room. I keep it in my back of my car. So it's going to go in there. And then I have one extra one that I can, like as one dies, you just grab the charged one and swap her out. So load that up. And how do I know this one's rebuilt? If you look at the model number, it was pasted over. They do that because that serial number is not the original. Because that was a bit on the old shell. Yeah. So they cut it out and then paste it on. Because technically, even though it got a new shell, it's not the new serial number. It's the old serial number. I would love to have a brand new orange guy, but I can't. That was like when I found my mom a brand new pink one. That was a limited edition. I got to do that for Christmas. Those were sold 1 year as like every year Snap-on makes like one tool or a couple tools as like breast cancer awareness. That year was that screwdriver. That was the only. All of them are 2013. And I found her a brand new, unopened and unused one on eBay. And it was new pricing, even though it wasn't. Almost 10 years old. But she actually got used to using these, and because they're just nice and handy, you don't have to worry about them, like just doing stuff around the house. This is on the rocker trigger. Oh, glorious. That is, people are like, why do you spend the money on the Snap-on? Like, is it that much better? I'm like, no, but nobody else has a rocker trigger, so get good. The only thing that gets close is this DeWalt, because it's got the gyroscopic, and you're like, how can I tell it's? Well, you hold it like here, and then when you tip it, and the more you tip it, the faster it goes. That's dope as hell. And you can also flip it into the. So if you got, by the way, this is like $80 to $100 with 2 bats. This bat, if bought brand new, is $100. So just most people probably go this route. Unless you're somebody like, say if you're like a mechanic or something, or you already have some Snap-on tools, you might already have batteries, so you just buy the The tool. Also, these can't be bought new anymore. Of this size, the new ones are way, way bigger. So you have to buy a used one.
Yeah.
But Snap-on still has parts. They will refurbish it for you. So find the color you want, send it to them to, I think it was $120 to refurbish, which, like, that's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, all of it. Like, the whole thing. Because they didn't do this one. This one I bought refurbished. Yeah. So you might be able to find one of those. Yeah. But I sent one of my other ones. It's an Impact. That's a really rare Impact that I really like. And yeah, $120. The only thing they couldn't change was they didn't have this chuck. So this chuck, like this, they didn't have, like, it's held on by like a snap ring. They didn't have the chuck. So the chuck still looks worn out. But every other part of it, motor, switches, body shell, LEDs, like the whole shit, they just, anything they had a replacement part for, placed. So, yeah, I really like these older, smaller ones that take the smaller bats. Then in here we have two updated i2 Snap-on big bats that were actually dead, but were still in good condition. And you're like, what do you mean good condition? Well, when you get these used off of eBay, they look like they might have gone through like a wood chipper sometimes. And when MTO battery replaces these, they replace the cells inside of it. So if you choose one that looks like shit, it will always look like shit. And if it's too shit, they will not fix it. Like, they will just send it back to you and be like, don't send us garbage, garbage pants. So these, if you notice, don't have any, like, they might be a little dusty or a little dirty, but they're in mint condition. The other reason why these were primed to replace is these are only the 2 amp hour ones, and they put 2.5 hour cells in them. So they got, like, they got an upgrade, whereas these are 2.5 amp. So even though these are the older ones, the other thing is make sure you got the clips working, stuff like that. Yeah, they'll just send it back if it's in too poor of a condition. I also didn't want to send them a whole buttload of batteries because I didn't know how good they're, like, they rebuilt the older Snap-on. This guy. If you guys have seen this guy and you're like, huh, these green labels and, like, stuff look similar. Yep, green label and MTO battery right there. So they rebuilt these for me, and these were NiCads, and they converted them to nickel metal hydride, which gained me twice as much amperage and way better performance, because NiCad, you probably remember from back in the day, were kind of trash. The one downside of this thing is it's got the toggle trigger. There's no speed control. It's on, off. I think you called this one, you did your build with it. You called it the RC car.
That's what
like,
it sounds like.
And I mean, there's a reason. It's from the era that you would run NiCad RC cars with, so it's probably got the same sort of motor in there. It's just this internally here is converted to nickel metal hydride. So I just got 2 of those. This is just more nostalgia, like. But look, it's even smaller. There's actually a fix for a certain Honda that requires this drill. So that's why a lot of places still have parts fees, even though Snap-on doesn't have parts fees anymore. Is because for this, like, a certain era of Hondas to get into a certain area, that's all it fits. And it's literally like when you buy, like, the repair kit from Honda, one of these comes in there. Because it's just, like, it's the only thing small enough to, like, here, like, if we hold these up, like, it's quite a bit smaller. Or if we line them up with the lines there, so every time you're like, oh, they put on a little bit weight here. Also, it got a little bit thicker, right? Every time, Snap-on just makes them a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So the one that's 3 generations doing this is, like, massive now. It has tons of torque, tons of power, and I'm like, yeah, I want the old one. Because I actually want the smaller, like, this will do most things. Will it take a giant bolt off of a car? No. But that's not its purpose. So we got more bats. The only thing I have to do with these is, that looks like it. Oh, the other side's the exact same way, so never mind. But the only thing I need to do is I put on the date on all my batteries. Yeah, that one just looked different than this one. They could just be a slightly different battery. Let's pop it in a drill and make sure it works. Yeah, so it's just a slightly different mold or something. But yeah, so I always put, if you see here, I always put the year or the date that I put them into service, and then also email contact information there, so that if somebody does find it, they can be like, "Hey, bro, you left it at our house. Can you come and come and get it or whatever?" This is like, see, this one's from 2019, pretty old. From 2020, got them on the bottom too. Now with Snap-on, you can tell some of the newer ones. Oh, you saw the old one. They say the year on there, April of 12. On the newer ones, it's the first 2 digits of the serial number. So, but I am pumped that these came in. This is not why you are here, though. You guys are here probably to look at the mouse.
Mouse.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't know for sure it's a mouse, but
Mouse.
here, you want to slice this open? Here's the.
You want me to do the honors?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Slicey doodad.
Like this way.
Hopefully I don't
Put away the battery.
cut
from
myself.
2012. That's
Well, that was the wrong side. Cutting the box open, slow and steady. Well, there's part of it right there.
Yeah, like all the other batteries. I just took a peek at some of the other ones I have. I'm just probably gonna sell them all on eBay because they all look just destroyed. Sell them for half price or something, So I have 4 of the big ones now and 4 little ones. That's
Just trying not to stab
enough
into the
ish.
box,
Yeah.
And not stab towards myself. There we go. There we go.
I think you're trying to unpack too hard. I would just pick the side and.
I mean, I kind of did, but trying to nicely get everything open.
I don't think
There's
you
a
actually
seam there. All right.
Yeah, I
well,
don't think you
anyways.
actually sliced it.
Oop.
Okay. What is a VAXEE 2?
It's a thing. What the hell is this?
I don't know.
It's off camera. Sorry.
ORYZA. That's the. Oh, did you feel that thing? I forgot I ordered that. You can take that to work tomorrow.
Jeebus.
Set it up.
I mean, I can take the box and set it on your desk. Yes.
Won't you be using my desk tomorrow?
There's a good possibility, yeah. But I'm not gonna. I got a wireless mouse that I use.
You don't use my XE at work?
I mean, maybe.
What the hell?
Maybe occasionally.
Doesn't even use the mouse that's hardwired into the dock at work.
Just gonna spin them.
I'm gonna slice one of these open. One of those is yours. So pick and choose which one you.
Let's take the one that's right here in my hand.
So
Okay.
for reference, here.
It's a 4K receiver.
Here is the VAXEE 01. That guy, that little white guy,
Oh,
right there,
okay.
and you get this dongle for an adapter if you have a Type C port.
And there's the VXD 02.
02. Yeah, so this is basically the B dongle because VAXEE mice could A-B switch. You could have 2 dongles between 2 computers. As of that one, once you update to the firmware that supports that dongle, that no worky anymore.
They said to keep it though,
Yes.
just in case.
Yep. That is also why you're like if
flash it back
if
and/or
Spears here gets
Adding compatibility. Right?
one of those dongles, why do we need 2 more? Well, Elliot has a lot of VAXEE mice, for one thing.
You have multiples of the XE.
No, I have one. You have my other one. I only have
Don't you have?
No, I
Don't
have.
you have 3 of them?
No, I have my yellow one and the white one, and you bought the white one off me
yeah.
when it came back from warranty. No, but I have the NP-01S and the
Outset.
outset, and then I got the NP-01.
What else is in here?
The other reason why I bought 2 is because on my XE, what it will be is this will be A dongle and that'll be B dongle. Ideally, once they get it worked out, because they even said they're still committed to getting A/B switching working again.
Yeah.
And I actually use it because I switch between my laptop and my desktop.
Yep. There's nothing else in there. It's literally
It's literally just a dongle, yeah.
Dongle.
Was it? What port does it have?
Type C. With the cable.
Oh,
You know, with
or
their
like
cable
with their
wings,
cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is putting on one of these C to C the C2C boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll zoom on into a 2x here, C2C boys. And then what's going to happen is you just take the dongle, and I turn it into a giant dongle, and I just go like that. And you just go boop, or boop. Just because I don't like dealing with cables on my desk.
Straight in, you do it in the front?
I got a Type-C port right there. Yeah, you just go.
Oh, I thought you were going to stick it up top.
No, like that. And here, it'll totally fit the... Nope, that won't work, will it?
Rip, you're going to have to. Or you're going to have to just pick and choose a mouse.
But, yeah, so what they intend for you to use is the charge cable. In recent updates, they actually made it so you don't even need that cable anymore, because it used to be it wouldn't charge unless you used that cable, or it wouldn't firmware update unless you used that cable. They mostly resolved all that now, which is cool.
You open your mouse.
Okay.
It says that's yours. I'll take a look at this little guide you're in. What the hell is this?
A moose bungee for those
Jesus.
those wired mooses.
I think it's.
Yeah, they said they put like a lead plate in the bottom or something. I mean, it probably can't be lead because isn't lead banned nowadays?
Empty box. Nothing in here too. So if you're looking for a user manual or an owner's manual, you get a box and then you get a weight.
Yeah, I bought this because you used to see my desk prior to wireless mice being the default. I had like how many bungees on my desk? Like 3, 4 of them.
A few, yeah. Here, I'll cut this. I'll save you some time. It's like butter.
You guys ever want to see an that is really heavy at the base, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's heavier than the Zoe ones. Yeah. You know like the OP thing about it? That's a bearing up there. Put a bearing, like a ball bearing, like a skateboard ball bearing, is in.
Why is it twist?
So that when you pull, okay, so say you got your mouse bungee in here, and you pull this way, it's gonna turn like.
Why is it twist so freely?
Because there's a bearing in there.
Does this guy twist?
No.
Doesn't actuate.
No.
What the actual
But that
shit?
it doesn't need to go. Like nobody's ever gonna be spinning it around like you are. But what the idea is if you have the cable in like this and you pull this way, it'll turn rather than the other brand would just kind of like if you held this still and it would just kind of like fold over or something.
Some of the other ones that were just giant marbles.
Yeah, that's super heavy though. I swear that's heavier than the old the Zoe ones.
Oh, you gotta get cables in there. It looks like you'd have to.
I usually don't actually, to be truthful.
I just bent it a little bit.
I just usually only clip it in the
top
part. Yeah. Maybe it's more important though now that it rotates that it be anchored over there.
All right, so I'm throwing this back in here.
Yeah, bring it to work.
I mean, I guess I'll throw it on your desk, or throw it into.
Well,
the,
I mean,
desk.
I'd use it for my other wired VAXEE mice, but I don't really use them anywhere because I have wireless versions of them.
Elliot, do you even game anymore?
One day a week. We just gamed last Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday,
Something like that.
I think. Oh, okay. So now that we had the battery video, you know.
Battery.
This one I might send out for repair at some point because it is 10 years old and it's had 10 years of use and you can kind of hear in the motor that's like it's got some. Listen to that. Listen to this guy. It's like a little like.
Yeah.
Also listen. No shaky.
Yeah. Roccat. I'm just spinning the mouse.
So I might send this one out for repair at some point. I also might not because it's the OG. You know, the OG doesn't need no repair.
As the viewers are basically just vomiting as I'm just
Blah!
spinning.
Blah! Okay, so NP-01. This is the first wireless mouse that isn't the exact same as or shape because some of them have been lightened when they got made wireless.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the only one that is not the exact same shape. Supposedly improved.
More.
It goes in more on the side.
More ergonomics.
Yeah, which I think is probably good because the original NP-01 was like it was very mid everything. It tried to please everyone.
It was just a brick.
And pleased no one.
Yeah. Well, some people liked it.
Then I praised the NP-01S for being smaller and more focused, even though I didn't like it. And people are like, how can you praise a mouse you don't like? I'm like, because I can imagine the people that do like it, and I also saw the people that do like it, and they like it more because it was more narrowly focused.
It's tiny.
Well, there's also a reason that like in the Asian gaming market of VAXEE's mice, the most popular one is the NP-01S.
Yeah.
So you know, I think the XE is their best mouse, but
I mean, the outset's good too.
yeah.
XE,
I just don't like. David really likes the ass because it really lifts your hand off the
Sure do.
off the desk. So, does anybody know what color this is? Blue.
It goes off of the VAXEE. Is it the VAXEE logo now?
Yeah, it also says
said
B.
Zoe, but no, it's not Zoe. No, a blue. That could be black.
No, that's because black's nothing.
It's just NP-01
Black's default.
Is,
And then W is white. And then they ran into the issue
orange,
of
yellow, whatever else.
they can't use W for what color is it? They wanted to do a color, but then they already used the letters, so they're gonna have to figure out. I think one of the tool companies ran the same thing because like P green no G. No, it's not W, it's G, because they already used G for glossy. What happens if they make green?
Yeah.
I think they can't use G then. They're gonna have to use like E for emerald or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought about that the other day because I had my wired NP-01 G, and I was like, wait, they can't use G for color now because G meant glossy.
They don't make glossy ones anymore, though, do they?
They could.
Eventually.
They don't anymore because the black and white are just uncoated. They're just.
There, I assisted.
I bought it in blue, the same as my NP-01S, just to confuse you guys. So when you come over to my house,
Comes with a 4K dongle too.
yeah, that is the big thing. If you look, 4K version. This is the first one of the wireless mice. Also comes in 4K only. No more. That means also this one could never dual dongle.
Rip.
Now eventually,
For now.
yeah, like eventually they will be pushing that out. I can understand that they have that as a lower priority. You know, because that's like a niche feature. But they actually have a lot of people that use them, and ever since, if running, the one that set it up was the XE, because they do market this, you know, because it went back to mechanical scroll as like a productivity / gaming mouse. And this is also the one they introduced the dual dongling on. And I found other people in the comments that use it like I do, because they do. Like when you're doing work from home, it's great to just have one mouse on your desk and go beep boop beep beep boop beep. And because the VAXEEs don't have Bluetooth, it's nice to have just like I don't mind not having Bluetooth if you can dual dongle. You know, to be truthful, I actually probably prefer dual dongle because this is the cable that we're not going to use.
Because you're just going to use that little adapter.
Yeah, because I'm just going to use a little adapter, and then I'm just going to use a USB-C cable because they've
but also angled upwards.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So
Yeah.
Kept that
They've
trend.
they improved that a little bit. The one thing that VAXEE also knows how to get right that Razer still can't do is it attaches to that cable.
A cable tie?
Yeah, the cable tie. Well, have you seen the Razer ones? They just come off.
Yeah.
Yep. Whereas VAXEE was like, oh, what if we actually made it retain itself?
Can you reuse it? The gas? Who would want to do that?
Like people who, I don't know, rewrap their cable. Or back when I had to use, you remember the early VAXEE firmware updates where you had to use, if you wanted to charge, you had to use the VAXEE cable?
Yeah.
Or if you wanted a firmware update, you had to use the VAXEE cable and you had to use that adapter, that like the weird brick. Now you don't have to do any of that. But early on you had to. So I actually had one of these in my work bag at all times because if the mouse died, I had to use, this is the only cable that would charge it.
Lame.
They fixed it now. If you guys are wondering, yeah, I'm ranting a little bit, but now this is fixed. I can plug this straight into a USB-C wall wart, and it just charges. Also, you don't have to have the mouse on anymore. You used to have to turn it off, plug it in, turn it on, and then it would charge. Because like if the switch on the bottom wasn't on, it wouldn't send the pixies, the electric pixies,
To the mouse.
to the mouse.
That's pretty ass. I'm glad I wasn't an early adapter with that.
Yeah, I mean I've been here since VAXEE's early days. I've lived through it. That's how much I like the mouse, guys. Like, and I don't know why I like the mouse so much. Well, actually, I do. I've compared it to other mice. I like the Aerox, and this is kind of like a more. If you've seen the like Fanatic Bolt 2, very similar shape to this. I like the Fanatic Bolt, except I broke it.
The mouse that's the closest to me is the Haste.
Yeah,
Haste,
but the
Pulsar
sides
Haste.
are weird slanty.
I mean, no, but yeah, kind of. It's flatter on the Haste than it is on that, but it feels
So
pretty close.
yes, oh, that's way skinnier in the front.
Yeah, your dongle's in there.
No, it's... Oh, the 4K?
Yeah.
Alright, let's
You're gonna need that guy.
get her out.
Intending using it.
Let's get her out. Ah!
Adapters. Can you put 2 of those plugged into your dock though? Do you know what I'm saying? Next to each other?
I don't know. We'll have to, I don't have 2 of the short little...
Oh, you're gonna have to get some more.
Yeah, I do, actually. Actually, I do have 2. We just gotta... We have to raid the Razor...
Oh.
Look how good they look in the Razor ones, though.
Rip Razor.
Here. Like, this is where I first discovered you get the double-ended Type-C.
Yeah.
That sounds bad. You get the double... And see, it just makes it into a giant dongle.
Just gonna unbag it for you.
So,
and then...
Oh,
yeah, no, you can definitely...
David wants to know if you can double team...
Yeah, if you can have 2
VAXEE
dongles
dongles.
plugged in.
I can't have... This guy's too big.
Yeah.
That guy, he's got too much...
I think he's Chungus.
By the way, I do... If you guys are running, I do confuse those.
Yeah, a little bit.
Legitimately.
One's a knife.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I go to grab the knife and I grab the dongle. I have done that on more than one occasion.
One's for cutting. The other's for slapping some nerds around.
Okay, we got 2 dongles. Just to clarify, this is not the mouse one. This is the one that's gonna go with the XE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is it labeled at all so you can tell the difference?
Oh, look at that!
They
Look
fit.
at that! They will
Beautiful.
work.
Beautiful.
I'm not gonna plug any of them in yet because they're not set up. No, you would have to label them yourself because remember they're all universal now.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So even the white ones, like when you bought the secondary dongle, they work on any mouse. Technically, also they had to clarify this later on. They do not have to be the secondary dongle. They could be any dongle.
Just take a look at this thing.
It looks
kind of the same, but you can tell it actually does flare up more.
I feel like they made the front skinnier.
The thumb buttons are like translucent.
Yeah, that came with the NP-01S. That I thought I showed you on the NP-01S. They updated that.
All right, do the honors, Elliot.
Ooh, these little baggie. That's a nice little bag.
Put the old
baggie over there.
Put the old hand on that thing.
All right. Let me reinsert.
It does look.
Oh, by the way, guys, this is also only a 10
more
gigabit one. They make these in
ergonomic.
like 40 now. That's what I'm gonna order as my
Yeah.
placements. But yeah, see, look, it's just a massive dongle.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I'm gonna have to test though is I ordered that new Zoe mouse as well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that causes interference with my headphones.
You didn't get that yet?
No,
Where the
those
hell
haven't
is
shipped.
that?
They ship. Let me check the pre-order date. It just was a pre-order. They actually didn't. It ships 2/9. So it ships tomorrow.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And then who knows how long it's gonna take them to.
By tomorrow, you mean Friday.
Yes. 2/9. It's currently 2/8, but only just.
So they just use the same encoder as the XE.
Yes, they all do. All the same guts.
They just switched.
The only thing that's weird about the XE is the XE has to be updated separately, mouse and dongle. You have to update them. You remember how the which mouse was like that? Was it the Corsair was like that? I think.
Maybe. Are like that.
Oh, that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
The newer
nice.
starting with the. What was the last one that came out? Outset. Starting with the Outset.
Wireless. Yeah.
You no longer have to update the dongles independently. For the last I checked, the XE you still had to do independently, but the NP-01S and the Outset you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You just basically have them both plugged in at the same time, and then hit update, and it just goes.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yep. And the other annoying thing that used to happen on
Check this guy out.
the XE is you have to repair it after you update the firmware, which is me just bashing my head in the table because I hate doing that.
It's better, but
We have to get out one of them, and they're upstairs someplace. We have to get out a. Should we go get an NP-01S? I'm gonna have to be the one that goes and gets it.
I feel like I used mine not too long ago. Just trying to remember.
I mean, I could get one. It's
Yeah,
upstairs in our
I
label.
think you're correct. I think it's like the front. The front flare is not as.
I will just go get one. Don't go upstairs. The dog gonna bark.
Regardless.
Me? No, she didn't bark at me. Only when I come in the house. So I'm a burglar. That's got the smaller. If you look, You can kind of tell the slight difference in the. This is the smaller power switch.
Yeah.
Whereas on the XE, it's got the big Chungus power switch.
I like the big Chungus one.
Yeah.
Getting old. Fat fingering things.
All right, I'll be right back.
Interlude.
You can.
While he's going to get mice.
Yeah.
She's gonna join us. Cats of Tech. She's like, I will get that mouse. But let me throw that on the floor first.
And I was trying to have fun, and you're like, yeets things on the floor.
I think the main buttons just, feel much better. That's the big thing. Because they felt like garbage on the original one, at least on my copy. Could be mistaken too, but I feel like the buttons might be a little bit better on here versus the original, where I don't think it was walled off as much. I just remember my original having a very light right click, so much so that I did what I could to prevent accidental clicks. You can definitely feel it right here though, like the meaty part of your hand. Flares out and hits that. Does a lot of contact there. Not bad though. Let's see what he has. He's got two that he brought.
Okay, we got the OG.
Literally.
OG. NP Zygon NP-01S.
The first ones that we got.
The VAXEE mouse. Okay, and then what do we have? NP-01S in blue, so we can confuse the living shit out of you.
Just like looking at them, they don't look too different.
Let me meet palm. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's right here.
They change.
It's right here.
Yeah, maybe that's where it's at. I was gonna say. It felt like.
Yep, this curves over more, whereas this right here, it kind of flares out. You can actually see too. This is vertical. It's almost like a death adder or a EC2 here. Do you see that? Like the lip.
Yeah.
On this one, it's smoothed out. You can even see like the crease right there. You see the.
Oh yeah, your NP-01S feels a lot better than mine. Or your NP-01 feels a lot better than mine. My right click is like a hair trigger on mine.
I mean, this was first batch. And we literally bought those the first batch.
Mine was first batch too, yeah. We got at the same time.
Finish on these, not the best, in my opinion.
Like semi-glossy.
Yeah, I could have brought down, I did have right above this one, the NP-01G.
Oh yeah.
Which is the gloss version.
Oh yeah, look at that wheel.
Here, that's the NP-01S.
This thing's it's just a little too small. It feels like a hat. No.
You also canted. I just noticed when you grab it.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
put your hand down there. Compare and contrast.
So, I don't think the NP-01S is bad. It's just small.
It's small, yeah.
Small.
So either, I guess if you're
like this is the mouse they introduced the translucent side buttons in.
Oh, nice.
So
that's cool.
And they seem more durable than the
standard
like the standard black.
Plastic.
Yeah, they don't get as like grot either. You know, like. So I'm hoping that they update the XE. I asked if they were updating the XE's internals. They're like, no, it's gonna stay the way. Because I was just like, well, because right now the XE is the only one that has to be updated like stupidly, like where you have to.
Just rolling a kid into view. That's all. Trying to.
I feel like the side buttons got less clicky. Like, all these clicks are way better.
Yeah. I'll just have to let you borrow mine. Feel mine. Swear to God. My right click is like borderline broken. Feels like.
Well, you should have said something. They'll replace it. You gotta spend the money to send it back in.
Oh, it's fine. It works.
I feel like they fixed this line too here. Like you see this line with the. I can try and zoom in on the.
That's what I was saying.
Like
When you were gone, was
Yeah,
it felt like they did a better job transitioning like the clicks so they're more walled off in the original one.
I still prefer the textured clips because you know me though. I put the grip tape on the clicks when I put grip tape on.
Mm-hmm.
I still prefer the. Still to this day, I prefer the grippy clicks.
Yeah. It's better. I mean, I would say it's a better shape than the original.
Yeah, I think it's this fang shape that they kind of stole from the EC2.
Yeah.
That just doesn't help it. Whereas over here, and you're like, what fang shape? Well, there's like this lip under here where this juts out up top.
Yeah.
And then you kind of put your fingers underneath. Well,
Same.
depending on how you grip,
Yeah,
you kind of grip right on that
thing
bump.
With this, that they changed the swoop right here too, right there, because
Yeah.
it definitely feels like it. You make a lot more contact right there in the meaty part of your palm with that, versus maybe not.
Let's look.
Flip it over.
Kind of doesn't help that this one's blue. You can much more easily see the outline. Maybe I should have grabbed the white one. I mean, if you watch their video and they could tell. No, it's literally this side right here. You can see that this is.
Oh, we got another cat coming in.
This gets fatter quicker.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say,
and then sticks out more.
It's more consistent.
I was pretty
like
sure watching the video, it's all on this side.
the right side. Yeah.
Yep. Because this looks the same as me, like because they like it, and I do like it too, because it cups your thumb.
Yeah.
Like that. Bellissimo. Bellissimo.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta get comfy.
Let's grab the XE though. Okay. The XE needs updated buttons. It really does.
Yeah.
To be truthful, I'm just so used to the XE that this side of the mouse lifts. Like it takes my hand from being, like I'm so used to this thing, right? But because of this side, it tilts my hand from being here, like this, to being like.
Yeah, I think I was using my XE the other night, and then I switched back to an ergonomic mouse, and I was just like, what the F is this? This just feels weird.
Yeah. Like, somehow, this mouse is, like, not that ergonomic, but that, like, makes it more ergonomic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if have you ever used, like, the Logitech Mouseman or Wingman, that's the 3-button one that looks like a wedge?
No, I could never
it is
find
square
one
on the side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you'd be like, no, that thing looks like a fucking triangle. It is the least comfortable mouse ever, and it's just, like, beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. And you're like, because they just put, it's kind of like how Logitech did the G Pro, where like they just added just enough ergonomics in the right places to just kind of like they just chopped out a bit here, chopped out a bit there, and it's like, wow, this triangle like is amazingly comfortable, even though it's like massive, but your hand just kind of like sits on it, and it's just like, oh, this is like, I don't know why a triangle is so, but then if you look, G600, G602, triangles.
Yeah.
They get bigger in the front, smaller in the back. Really comfortable mice.
Hand, basically.
Yeah.
Flares out like that. Yeah.
So, I don't know. Something about this XE. I'm super used to it. The top is actually taller, for sure.
Yeah.
Than the NP-01S. But the other thing with how that right side is, since this is an ergo in quotations mark hand, like what it does is it takes my hand from being very much like this, which probably ergonomically, according to some ergonomic person, is probably really bad for my wrist. And it rolls it, it brings it up a bit more like this. Yeah. I could see this being great for a 3-buttoner. Like if you do a 3-button.
Yeah.
Potentially, potentially being good. I've seen people use 3-buttons use the XE though, because you can actually hold on to it like pretty damn well. Clicks. Oh, those feel more crisp on the NP-01.
Could just be because they're new though.
What are you saying? My XE that I've used for over a year and run into the ground is not in perfect condition?
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing. The XE is nice, but the main buttons are definitely light as fuck.
Oh, light?
Yes, they are the lightest clicks I think on any modern mouse that I've used. So
I will say too, the XE, as much as they put these little things in here for producing post travel, at least my model clicks there, and you can push it like.
Yeah, they feel good, but they definitely, at the same time, they feel kind of mush because they're so light. So you go from that, and then you go to like a Pulse Fire Haste, especially the 2 that has like the, I don't know, the custom.
I don't know, maybe I'm just so used to these.
HyperX switches that are basically just rebranded TTCs.
God, the
And they're
texture.
like,
VAXEE, VAXEE. Bring back the textured freaking clicks, dang it.
yeah.
And then I know people are like, well, you could just put grip tape on it, but like.
It's still good.
Try this guy though. I mean, like,
Yeah, no,
maybe it's just got it's got really nice.
Really nice and very even.
Yeah.
So there wasn't like a whole lot of discrepancy there between left.
Because they did
right
lighten
click.
this a little bit too.
Yeah.
When they made it, I think they said
Well, the design is different too.
The yeah,
maybe it's just the shape of the buttons that they have the cutout. But
yeah, it's just a little.
No.
Looks like the wheel goes a little bit higher or lower. I'm not
Yeah.
sure which. I think this one's a little bit lower. 'Cause this one's up like fucking sky high,
Looks
whereas
like
this is.
they shrunk them a little bit, and then they added a little bit more of like. Well, maybe the groove is still there. It's just harder to tell.
Yeah, because this is like I said, I should have grabbed maybe the gloss one. But I thought I'd bring the OG, man, because this is, guys, this is how I used to do the logos. Is right here, like just on the ass end. But then later on, what they did is they updated them to put it like here, and then along this side as well. Much cleaner. And then what you notice is once they like, a lot of you may not notice how much VAXEE, despite being very, very small, a lot of their changes they do on like especially aesthetic design or like their design cues. Like companies like Logitech, Glorious, like all these bigger companies just eat them up. They just eat them up. Because if you notice, after VAXEE went to having the side writing on their stuff, Logitech went to having the writing on it. A lot of other brands went to because traditionally prior to like if you can see it's on the back here, and they tried a different. They've tried here. They've tried. I think
Zoe was doing that though for a while as well, because I have some
We
of
got
the
the-
Zoe mice from years ago.
it's almost
That
like they're the
have-
same designers or
That
something.
have like BenQ, you know, and then they would have
yeah, the Zoe mark's still in the ass.
well, the Zoe mark, yeah, but then they have
Because that's the technically like
The
that's the
model.
make, not the
Yeah.
model. The model's on the bottom.
and then they got it like right there on certain ones too. Does that have it here?
No, the XE, no, it's because there's no.
Nothing.
Because this is Zygon. He designed this mouse, and the other one's
Yeah,
designed
gotcha,
by. Who's the outset made by?
Got me.
No, outset. It's not made. No, technically that's not
some
that.
Counter-Strike Legend
No,
from
no.
Japan, I think.
Right.
or China, yeah.
My brain. I call it the outset. Technically, the model's the AX because it's the outset AX.
Yeah.
So that's why it says outset here, is because that's like the make is outset and the model is AX. This has none. This is just XE because it's just made by VAXEE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already on my second feet, and I'm pretty well worn through my second feet.
Get some glass ones.
Yeah, on my glass pad.
Well, for those of us that don't have glass pads, get some glass
should-
ones.
No. For those of you that have glass pads, get a don't have glass pads. Buy a glass pad. Yeah.
Buy another glass pad.
Yeah, buy a glass pad. And buy the one with the waifu on it, because the game better then. It's like RGB and flames, you know. The waifu mouse pad is. I mean, I think that one looks really good. I don't even.
Yeah.
I just saw it when I was like, "Yep, that's my new.
That's your new
That's my new mouse pad." Yeah.
The waifu one.
But yeah, these clicks feel really good.
Yeah.
They're a little bit muted, but like very, very clicky.
Yeah.
These side buttons, I don't. They're better.
Yeah, maybe they changed up. Maybe
might
it's
have
just
changed the
tolerances of
clicks.
ones, too.
Oh, they're better than this ass. Like mushy.
Could just, as they've gotten better with building stuff, who knows?
Yeah. So
Or the Switch
I will give this
series.
guy. I will peel the feet.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they've always had blue or some amount, but everybody's doing this now so that they don't fuck up like whoever that was with.
during shipping.
Yeah, so you actually know to remove the feet. No, because
You're
the mouse
talking
is
the
blue.
Portage Stormbreaker.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
They said was like it glided
Not slippy
really
or whatever,
awfully.
yeah.
because they forgot to take that off. Yeah.
The internet's offline. Did the cats turn off the server again?
I don't know, Elliot.
I mean, the server. You still got the white light on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you know you have to turn on your mouse to use it?
Why? Because you unplugged it, plugged them back in.
Let's hit refresh here. Yeah, it's still up. I might actually be down internet-wise.
TDS?
It would have been the first time I...
Yeah.
No, it's still up. Then what the... Why does my router think it's down?
It's drunk. It's drunk.
Could be. Could very well be, sir. Could very well be.
Alright, well, I have to call it. It's that time.
I'll probably bring this guy to work once I play with it for a bit. And first thing we got to figure out is how to dongle. Oh, by the way, this is how you dongle, right?
You also, that's why you got the other dongles, because you got to dongle the dongles to each other, right?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I should have got another dongle.
And if you guys are wondering, the only reason why I like, if you can't do 2 dongles, why'd you buy 2 dongles already? Because they said you could, and every time in the past when they said they were adding a feature, they've added the feature and usually even over-delivered in many cases. Like, they're like, oh, by the way, we added that feature and fixed these other small things that idiots like Elliot have complained about incessantly.
VAXEE's been pretty good.
They've
been very good for like...
And the other thing is if you've bought their previous mice, you get, instead of these being 25, they're 20.
That's nice.
So I'm just like, I know I will want a second one as soon as they add that ability to have it.
Yeah.
I will just buy a... And in the meantime, you know what? I can pair it with another mouse, right? That's the other nice thing. Their dongles are completely universal. They're kind of a pain to swap, but you can.
I only got the one, but...
I mean, at least it's not like the Razer one, where it's like, oh... like, because they don't think that you would have more than one mouse that could pair to the hyper speed, it just repairs. So if your old mouse is still on, well, you're trying to pair your new one, it just automatically repairs the old one, and you're in this incessant, because it doesn't just let you, like, oh, we detected these mice. Yeah. Which one would you like to connect? It's just like, bing, and you're like, right back to the other mouse. And I'm like, no, I only have 1 dongle, but 3 mice. I want to switch. Yeah, and then Razer's like, yeah, you bought too much. It's like Apple, where they're like, you haven't bought enough of our product. Like, like with AirPods, you can't update the firmware because you haven't bought enough of their products because you don't have your iPhone, right? Razer's like, you've bought too many of our products. We never thought you would have more than one of the mice that can do this. Yeah. So, yeah. These two look. I mean, I know I purposely got both in blue. Because I wanted, like, that way when you have pictures of them, you know how we were kind of comparing the old black one? It was kind of hard to tell the differences because they are different colors. That is actually why I bought the NP-01 in the same color as the NP-01S. Is because it being the same color, it should make the changes more obvious. Yeah. This one's actually still pretty light, to be truthful.
Not bad. Like
oh, that scroll wheel. I just touched...
I like it. I like the loud clickety
the ratchety clickety clackety.
Yeah.
Do you see this? You put her in there, you push her in, and now she's like...
Yeah, she's comfy.
Here, guys. Before we end the thing, David's over there heading out. Look, David put Paisley in the chair and then pushed her up to the review table here, and Paisley's just chilling. So, let us know which one of these would you choose? Are you interested in the slightly new shape of this, or are you just gonna pick up a 4K dongle for your VAXEE? Yes, early on VAXEE's mice were actually quite expensive, but now I think the pricing is kind of like that's industry standard at this point. $120 for a wireless is pretty much, and these are the dongle even at 20. Like, people are complaining about 25 for a dongle. You know how much the Razer dongle is? It's like 30 or 35. So I thought 25 was good, but for people who previously bought one, them being 20, there was a limit on how many you could buy. I think it was 5. So I bought 3 because, well, I think otherwise they were worried about like people buying them out at $20 and like reselling them for more once they sold out. Yeah. So they limited it to 5, and you had to be like a previous buyer. I bought, like I said, I needed 2. And David didn't want one, and I'm like, no, I'm getting you one.
I use the XE now, so.
You know, I do think the 4K receiver on there is. But did you see the writing on it? I just realized this. Did you see the writing on the 4? Look at that thing. That is the most generic ass 4K receiver. That's like how my winter tires say sport. You know, like where you normally have the brand, it just says Sport. Like, and I'm like, because they didn't put like branded caps on it, you know, it just says Sport, and I'm like, wow, this is like, yeah, dude, they should have like used the 4K TV logo just to be meme lords. Then they can make it high res, to put a high res VR certified. 360 what is it? 360 spatial audio.
I don't know about that.
Some good rubber though. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it should stick on the desk.
So I'll give this thing a try. I'm downloading the new Call of Duty update tonight. I forced David into playing with me by buying it for him. And he's not hating it.
You hinted, and I was like, if you're gonna do anything, I'd take COD over Pal World because
I still don't play Pal World. I need to do it. It looks fun, but it's still in like super beta. So like,
I just am not a Pokemon guy, so
it's more like Rust and Ark Survival than it is Pokemon.
you use the Pokemon to kill things.
Yeah, you also enslave them and make them work in your mines.
You don't enslave them. I watched the donkey video. You just put them into their day job. Don't worry about it.
Paisley Marie. Yeah, let's end with you. How are you, Paisley? You sleepy. Yeah, Paisley sleepy. Did you get pushed in? Were you like a little kid? You got put in your booster chair and pushed into the table?
She's comfy.
Alright, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Oh, and yeah, if you have any questions on if I just knock all the batteries over, if you, snap on the blah blah blahs, let me know. We've covered them in a couple other videos, or if you've seen us use them, that's what they are. That's how you get batteries. You don't necessarily buy new ones. You get your old ones refurbished if they're still in physically good condition. Have a good one. Peace.